What's happening, people? Welcome back to the channel. I've got Ade here with me again this week to go through all the fantasy tip for the week. Before we get started, please subscribe to the channel, comment, like, let us know what your tips are, and let us know whether we did help you last week or not. You definitely didn't help them, Ade, with the Mbemo captain tip last week.
It's unfortunate. It's loading. It's loading. It's calm.
We
still beat average. We still beat average.
Yeah, I think we got above the average anyway. And Burma was unfortunate anyway, because obviously he was through for that red card for United. He was through for the goal, but then he didn't get anything. Before I share my screen, have you got any tip this week? Any wild tips quickly?
You know what? It's Forest. I'm liking Forest. I'm not gonna lie to you, because obviously I think I told you last week or so, or maybe early this week, that as much as they haven't been winning, some of the passages of play that I'm seeing from them, it's interesting. If they can get that attack clicking the way they do sometimes, I think they're going to start getting points. So someone across the forward line. I'm not sure it's going to be Wood. I'm not sure he's going to fit into the system. I'm not sure he's dynamic enough, but somebody else in the forward line or attacking midfield seems good.
Do you think this, if you're saying they're not clicking, would you think to take the chance this week, or wait a week or two more before you start getting one of their players?
I think I'll take the chance this week. I was trying to remember who they're playing this week.
They've got Sunderland at home.
Sunderland at home. I'll take the chance this week.
All right,
it's
cool.
a differential.
Let me share my screen. Fair enough. Let me share my screen and then we'll see how he got on last week. Cool. So last week, look, I think what matters is we've got to be above average for once. you got above average for once, yeah. I think that's the key thing with last week's. So good shout on the Bournemouth defender. So I've got to give that to you, because we was going to get someone else, right? I can't remember who we was going to get, but
yeah,
you
more expensive, but
yeah, it was going to get someone more expensive. Where you said that he gets
the defensive contributions every week.
Yeah, and he pretty much got it again this week. He pretty much got it again this week. So good shout on that. Also, we went for Nebraska in goal, which is not bad. 4 points from him, considering that they lost the game, right? Did they lose or they drew? They drew. No, was it? No, it was 1-1. They drew to. Yeah, so that's still not a bad point. Semeyo, Randers. I was surprised with Randers' points because I didn't think he was going to get up to 9. And I think one of the key things we said last week anyway was that it wasn't so much for this team wasn't so much for last week because it was a wild card, so it was like a team set up for like the next few weeks.
Yeah, 100%.
Having said that, coming up as we got this week coming, would you recommend making any transfer with the team, right? How the team is now?
Who's the fixtures on? If you go to pick team, who's everyone
let me
facing?
Go to pick team. You see the. So Palmer, we don't know if he's going to be back or not. That's one.
I reckon he's not going to be around.
Yeah. Then we got should we use him for one of the Forest players?
Potentially. You don't want to go. No one else is catching your eye.
But you know what? I'll be honest with you. With Saka back for Arsenal, and then Arsenal's next few fixtures are quite friendly. So they've got West Ham at home next week, and then Fulham when we return back from international. So, and they've Crystal Palace. So I was thinking Arsenal.
Yeah,
an
I think
Arsenal
Saka's
player,
a
but
natural replacement for Palmer. I think he's a natural replacement.
yeah, but I'm just not sure how well they get on against Newcastle. And then what I've been doing a lot of the times is I've just been getting players for the following week, for upcoming weeks. I need to start getting the points in now. So if I have to make, if I do want to make a transfer, I need someone that is going to be impactful this week. If you have to bank on a player to be impactful this week, what play? Obviously, Haaland, if Haaland plays. Anyone else aside from that?
You know, funny enough, obviously I've been saying potentially Forest players, but someone else I've been looking at Chelsea is potentially Enzo, because Enzo's greedy. Like, he's going to be on those penalties if he gets the opportunity. I think Enzo's an interesting choice. Obviously, he's not the typical person you'll pick, but his points do tick along and leaves enough in the bank to maneuver in future weeks.
Okay. And okay. So we've got Enzo, Saka as two possible choices. And maybe if we were to go for a Forest player, would we say Gibbs White?
Probably be Gibbs White at this point.
Somewhere. But what has he got anything this season at the moment?
I don't think he's gone lost, but I just don't think they've clicked too much. But he got an assist today. Been looking at that Igor Jesus, because I think he started 2 matches. He scored 4 goals now, but I still don't think he's going to start the Wood yet. If he continues at the rate he is, potentially, because he scored 2 today. He scored 2 when they were in the league, when they got knocked out of the League Cup. So in the future, potentially him, but I think Gibbs White is probably the safest option, or Elliot, because Elliot Anderson, because he always gets the DEFCON points as well, and he can chip in with an assist here and there. He's a tidy player. I like him.
Yeah, definitely. Let me see. So Anderson is 5.5. He's got 18 points. So to be fair, funny enough, and Dai has been the most successful midfielder at the moment so far. And I'm not even sure what did he get last week? 2 points. 2 points, 2 points. So to be honest, their midfield hasn't really, and those early points was from the first 2 games of the season.
First couple of games of the season.
First couple of games. So you know what? I will skip them for now. I'll skip the Forest players for now until they get clicking. I do agree with you, Igor, though. I do honestly think that at 5.8 is someone that, if any moving forward, is someone worth having as like a third striker, because I think after a while he's gonna start. He will get on the pitch ahead of like Wood, especially if he continues to score. 5.8 is not a bad price, so it's someone that I'm going to keep an eye on. How do you do the watch thing? Can you still do it on here?
I'm not even sure. I've never done it before. I just used to write it to
add to watch list.
Write it to my hand.
Yeah, add to watch list. Okay, I've got him on the add to watch list.
Calm.
All right. So everyone else is fine. We can leave Mbemo. We can leave Samayo. Gapco, we can leave him as well to play this week.
Yeah, I reckon so. I don't think it's going to be. I don't think they'll score many goals, but it's worth having him. He should start, so it shouldn't be an issue.
Okay, and then so it's Palmer really that we want to change this week. That would be 10.4. Let me see if we'll have 10.4 in the bank. Let me see what
Mr. Saka is. Yeah,
Saka. Oh, Saka, yeah, Saka's 9.8. So we got more than enough.
We've changed
to make that transfer. So we've changed. So it's Saka. So we say Saka. I'm not gonna go for the last one. last player I was gonna say. Also, what about Spurs? They got Wolves at home.
Oh yeah, they do have some Wolves at home, don't they?
And who there? So
Yeah.
obviously I was gonna say Spurs. I mean, and Everton. Would you opt in for one of those instead of Saka? And maybe next week you bring Saka in because Spurs. Who Spurs got? Then they got Leeds away. To be honest, so
yeah,
maybe
Spurs,
one of them, and then
I think for Everton, the two people I would think of is Ndai and Grealish. Those are the only two I'll really consider if we're talking about midfielders. And then for Spurs, obviously there's Kudus, which, yeah, Kudus, he's getting probably the most consistent points. I do like Saar, but yeah, I would 100% go for Johnson if they actually played him.
Okay, which I don't think they're going to play him.
And that's looking at him, he's second highest, right? And he's got minimal minutes this season.
Yeah, he has. I think he played. Those points are from the first two games as well. So pretty much, and he's already got enough minutes since then. So since then, he's been coming off the bench, I believe. So if I do go for Spurs players, I'll go for Kudus. But Kudus, this might be the one that he scores because he hasn't scored.
Yeah,
but I think he's got a couple assists.
Yeah, don't see him as
and I think you don't see him as a what?
A consistent scorer. But
okay, fair enough.
It takes a little while, but yeah, I don't see him as a consistent scorer right now.
For the long term, I think Saka will be probably ideal, but I'm thinking to get some points in the bank this week and then maybe go for Saka next week.
Definitely best to lock in.
So again?
It's definitely best to lock in points. That's the key thing.
Yeah. So I'm thinking Kudus. So I'll go with Kudus or one of the Everton boys to lock in points this week. Because Everton, I've got West Ham at home, I believe. So, Ndai, Grealish. You know what? I know there's been a lot of noise on Grealish, and when he got those assists, I haven't been impressed in him. But the first time he actually played well against Liverpool for me personally. All the other games everyone's been talking about, I just thought he just registered the assist and everyone started making noise. But I actually thought his performance against Liverpool was really good.
Salah does that sometimes. Play absolutely stink and then pick up an assist or a goal, and we can't knock him. Fair. So yeah,
that's true. All right, so I'll be honest. So okay, the three players I've narrowed it down is I'm not going to bank on Saka because they don't have a good record against Newcastle away from home. I know they're beating them a couple seasons ago, but I'm just not too sure. And with Arsenal, you just don't know where the goals is going to come from as well at the moment. Yeah. You're not getting someone that's consistently get. Newcastle got the best what?
I think they've got one of the best defenses this season as well.
Okay. Yeah. No, so I'm going to pass on Saka this week, but I'm not going to make a decision now. So there's three players is Ndai, Grealish, or Kudus. I'll make that decision because obviously we've got games going on right now. So we've got the Carabao Cup. So before, in case someone gets injured, I'll wait until like the deadline. What's the deadline is on Saturday morning. So Friday night, Saturday morning, I'll make the change. So those are the three players that I will decide on. So in case for everyone else that I was looking for some points to bank this week, I think you can bank points this week coming from those three players. And then I think the biggest question this week that everyone's going to be asking is Haaland. Do you do the triple captain? If it was you, Ade, would you do the triple captain this week?
It's not even crossing my mind. I don't think Burnley are the worst team defensively. I think there'll be other opportunities. Like I would literally when City play West Ham, I would prefer to wait for West Ham. I would honestly prefer to wait for West Ham and quadruple against West Ham.
You really don't rate West Ham defense, man.
Well, as I said, like West Ham are the team that made me angry at Manchester United last season. Just because we lost to them, that's the only reason I was angry at United. Because I was like, this team is woeful, and to lose to them twice is just unforgivable. So target West Ham. They're terrible.
Oh, all right. So no triple captain, but we should still obviously make him captain, though, right?
For sure, because if he does pop, I think like out of fair, you have to captain him. If you've got him, you captain him, because if he does pop off of that triple captain, you're in trouble. So I'm going to make him captain out of fair.
Okay. Look, Pep has obviously said something this week that he hasn't been training. So he's on yellow at the moment, but I do think he will probably be fit for that game. So just in case, he doesn't play, we obviously need to think of a serious alternative as captain, just in case, because Pep hasn't confirmed anything. Who would it be? The alternative be? Would it be one of those players I bring in, or can you trust in Burmo, Semenyo, or Pedro?
It has to be a penalty taker. That's my general view. So Semenyo would be my first choice, or one of the play. If you bring in Ndai, he would be my next. But I feel it's as if it should be with a penalty taker, and with João Pedro, he would be a choice for me. But because you don't know whether it's going to be him or Enzo that will take the penalty, be on the edge with him.
Okay. All right, that's fine. So let's just pick the team. Pickford and go against West Ham, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are we keeping Munoz on? Or are we bringing Spence? Spence didn't actually start last week, did he? And I remember you saying that.
Yeah, and that was a risk I thought for a while now, to be honest.
Do we start him? Hoping he gets the start?
I think you start the player that you think is definitely going to play, and I think Munoz is probably the right choice. Yeah.
How the defense it is now? Would you go with that, or do you want to test the waters with Rondo?
I don't think he's better than any of the defenders on the pitch at the moment.
Okay. All right. And I think, as it is now, then it's best to leave it how it is right now, because I don't have any real firepower on the bench anyway, apart from like the defenders, the goalkeeper starting, and the vice captain is already set. So all I need to do is just change Palmer. And that's pretty much it. So I haven't made that decision yet, but it will be one of Ndai, Grealish, or Kudus. I just want to bank points. I'm not saying Saka will back points. If you do want to get an Arsenal player, you can get an Arsenal player, because I think they've got favourable fixtures coming up. But for now, I just need someone that can get me points, because obviously we're struggling. Look, I said I wanted to be top 2 million. I was 5 million when I started this. I've gone down to 6 million in overall table, and obviously I've gone up by a couple places in the Red Divided League, which is a positive. But I need to start banking points now.
It's a green game week. It's a green game week. Positive. Baby steps. We'll be there.
We'll take that. Cool. Any final tip, Adam, before we jump at anything? I know you got all the crazy tips up your sleeve. Anything else?
Yeah, no, it's just Forest that's on my mind at the moment, but we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. I need to think a way of getting someone from Forest into my team for this week.
Okay, cool. All right. Look, thanks, people. Thanks for tuning in again. We'll be back again next week. Nothing too crazy from added this week. If you haven't joined that Red Divided League, I'm trying to see how do I share the code again? Do I see the code? I'm not sure. Is there a way to see the code? Invite people. Yeah, so the code is 3NSA1R. It's 3NSA1R. So if you haven't joined the league, join the league. Let's know. Let's see how your team is doing compared to others in the league. Let us know what your tips are. And once again, please don't forget to subscribe and comment if you have any major tips for the week. Appreciate you joining again, Ade. And then we'll hopefully be back again next week to share some more and see how we get on next week.
Captain Mbeumo. Every week.
All right, peace.
Peace.
Yeah.